Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. My name is Jacque Dyer. That verse is one of my favorite verses, and while I have many verses that I like, right now in my life, this is meaning a lot to me because there are lots of changes going on in my life, and I see that I always need to go back and just trust that God knows what's going on, even when I don't, which is often. I just find that God always comes through on the things that he promises, and when he knows that I need a little bit of extra encouragement, he just gives that to me. And just in ways that I don't expect, whether it's something to do with choir or music. And oftentimes in that whole area that I work in, there's often a lot of changes. Things happen. You no longer have a piano player, or the person that has a solo isn't going to be able to sing because they got the flu. So you're always having to change, and I've just found like I can calm myself by pulling myself back all the time instead of trying to run over it all and fix it, because I like to control. And I just need to always remember that God is in the control and that I need to trust him because he knows it all and he knows how he wants it to be, and I just need to trust in that.
The 23rd Psalm, 4th verse. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me. I'm Bob Stroh. The story of my favorite Bible verse relates back to August of 1969, when I was a young petty officer in the Navy, and I was stationed in Gulfport, Mississippi, which was right on the Gulf Coast. I had been there for quite a while and very early on got tired of living in the barracks, so I moved into an apartment about 20 miles away in a little, even smaller town called Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. I made close friends with a family that lived across the swimming pool from my apartment. They lived in the second and third floors of an old plantation home. And they incorporated me into their family. We picnicked together, we went to church together, we played bridge together, we had many adventures and meals together, so they felt a lot like family away from home for me. A hurricane developed in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico that August that was forecast to be headed our way. My friends invited me to ride it out in their home, since the structure had survived storms for more than 100 years. So we had dinner together the night of August 17th and spent the early evening together watching the storm updates on their television in their living room. By 10:30 that night, the power went out throughout Bay St. Louis as the winds howled, and by 11:30, we noticed that the whole third floor of their building was swaying back and forth with the wind gusts. So we hunkered down under their kitchen table, as all 6 of us. Sometime after 1 a.m., the winds subsided, and everything was quiet, so we all trooped out onto their balcony to see what the damage was. To our amazement, in the silence and calm, we could look straight up and see the starry night sky. We were in the eye of the hurricane. Hurricane Camille was at that time the second most severe Category 5 hurricane to have ever hit the U.S., with winds of 175 miles per hour, causing catastrophic damage all along the coast from Bay St. Louis to Gulfport and beyond. My barracks buildings on the base had been destroyed and the remains were ultimately demolished. That brings me to my favorite Bible verse. It is, of course, the 23rd Psalm, specifically verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Thank you.